Hi there. I wanted to come on here and chat a little bit about thrifting and something that I do that's really important and I think helps me when I'm thrifting is by checking labels and tags. And so if this is something that you're not used to doing, I can give you a couple of tips on how to do this when you're thrifting so that you can not only make sure that you're buying something that's good quality and that's going to last long, but also that you're spending money on something that's worth the purchase. And so there's a couple of information pieces that are on care label tags, and where you can find your care label tag might be a little different in each garment. There is a designer label, right, that usually is right in the back here, this back tag here, and says the designer name. Sometimes the care label is directly underneath that, but a lot of times it's going to be in the side seam of a shirt or a dress or something like that. And it's going to give you some really important information that definitely can help you thrift and find some really good pieces. One key piece of information that's on that care label tag is going to be the fiber content. This is the thing that's going to have a percentage, and it might have many different kinds of fibers that add up to the 100%. It may just be 2, or maybe you have something that's 100% of one type of fiber. But this is really good information, because in order to figure out if something is a good thrift, a good find, you really want to check out the fiber content. Natural fibers, synthetic fibers, we know natural fibers are great. They exist in the environment. We can use them. They replenish themselves. Those are really better fibers and better things that you can thrift and purchase so that you have them in your closet and they'll last a good amount of time. Synthetic fibers are the other ones that are really more involved and used in fast fashion stuff. You have your polyester, your nylon, your synthetics, your acrylics. Like, those are all of the things that don't ever die. They just kind of sit in landfills and stand over time. They don't deplete, they don't disintegrate, they don't really go anywhere. And those are the materials that are really giving us some problems with our environment and the earth and the pollution. And so checking your fiber content is really good, because it'll show you exactly what the garment is made out of so that you can make a better decision if you want to put it in your closet and add it to your wardrobe. Another important piece of information that's also on that care label is going to be the place of origin, which means where did this garment originate? Where did it come from? And so it's going to tell you exactly where it came from and where it was made. And so you can also make a decision based on that if you wanted to purchase it or not. Finding things that are made in the US always makes me smile a little bit, because I know it was made here in our own country, and it's definitely something that you would want to add to your wardrobe. So place of origin is going to be the where the garment originated. Another piece of information on the care label is going to be an RN number. A lot of times it'll have it very apparent and it'll say RN and then with a couple of numbers after it. Sometimes you have to be a little bit more crafty in finding it on the label, but this is going to give you the manufacturer and where it was actually made, what factory. So a lot of times a lot of different designers will produce things under one factory. And so if you put this RN number in a database, it will actually tell you the location and manufacturing factory that piece was produced in. So that's a really good thing too. You can actually find out where it was made and identify what factory it came from. The last piece of information that's on that care label tag is going to be how to take care of it. And so that's definitely important information. If you find something that's really great, it's a great material, it's great quality, it's made pretty well, most likely your tag might refer you to take it to a dry cleaner to dry clean it. They don't want you to throw it in your washing machine. It's not going to be an easy wash. So that might help you determine if something is worth a purchase, knowing that you are going to have to take it to the dry cleaners, or potentially if you're a reseller, is this going to be worth it? Because if you need to dry clean it before you sell it, you have to add that into your cost, of how you're going to price that garment to somebody else to buy it from you. And so definitely checking out that care label. It'll tell you, how to take care of it, what kind of water to wash it in, how to dry it, all of the components that go along with making sure that garment will last for you the best way. And so that is another really important piece of information on that care label that can help you determine if something is, something that you want to buy, something that you want to put in your closet, or if it's, beneficial for you to buy it because you can resell it for a good price. Okay, so I want to show you a few pieces that I may have passed up if I didn't check the care label. And so pre-COVID, I still do it now just because I'm a tactile, I'm a tangible consumer. I like to feel things. I can feel quality in different fibers and different fabrics and just the weight of stuff too sometimes. And so I like to touch when I shop. And so I'm going through the racks in the Goodwill, right? Love the Goodwill. It's like one of my favorite places to go to shop. I'm going through and I'm kind of touching and I'm feeling, and something catches my eye and has me pause a little bit because it feels really good. And it's leather. And I'm like, this is interesting because real leather feels like this, but fake leather definitely doesn't. Maybe I found a really good piece. And so I first checked the back of the dress. It's this dress right behind me. I first checked the back of the dress and it said Theory. And so I know Theory designer. I know that brand, and it's a high-end contemporary brand. And so right then and there, I kind of was like, this might actually be real. So my second place to check was in the side, right? So I grabbed her, opened her up over here, and I'm gonna take this little label out right here. But it says on the label, 100% stretch leather from Italy. I was like, okay, keep reading. Keep on going. The liner is polyester, of course, that happens a lot. Half cotton, half polyester, and it was made in the USA. So I got some key information in here right on this label that's telling me this Theory leather dress needs to come home with me. I literally immediately was, gonna purchase it. It is a gorgeous leather little mini dress. It has some fabric up on top, which is great for stretchability in this area right here. But she's gorgeous. I immediately had like 902 Kelly vibes going on with this little number here, but she was an amazing find for $12. For $12, this dress was, almost $200, I'm sure, maybe even more on the rack, new. I got it gently used. There's no scratches on it or anything. I checked her out. Like, she's absolutely gorgeous. She has an exposed zipper in the back, which just adds to it. It's really, really fun. I've worn this a few times actually, so I've definitely gotten my $12 worth of wear out of it, and it's definitely something that I'll keep in my closet because it's 100% leather. This was one of my best purchases, my best thrift store finds, I would say, for sure. Another really great find at a thrift store that I stumbled upon was this cute little sweater. I was drawn to it because of the beading and just like the way that it was laid out. I'll kind of show you her. She's really, really cute, but she's got some really great beading. Up close doesn't look too good, but really cute beading and crystals and all of these really cool components. She's really soft. And I was like, you know what, I have a lot of sweaters. I'm not quite sure if I need to add one, but she is really cute. So I checked the label. I'm like, let me see if it's like worth my time and energy. I have never had a label with this many percentages on it either, so I was really kind of interested in that, but it's 58% silk. So right there, I'm like, oh my gosh, silk is an amazing fiber. I don't know if you've ever seen silk procured before from worms, but it's an awesome process, and it's a natural fiber. So right then and there, I'm like, right on, I got a natural fiber, 30% nylon, so now we're starting to have our synthetic go in there, our synthetic blend, and then it has a 10% Angora rabbit hair. So it actually, you can see it's kind of fuzzy, like on the side. It has all of this really fine, very soft hair, and it's all Angora rabbit. That's, in this sweater. So it's really, really, really cool. So it just gets better. And then we have 2% lamb's wool. Okay, so there's 4 different fibers in here to add to that 100%, but I just figured that was really, really cool that it had that many, but the major component of this sweater is silk, which is great. It's so soft, it's really fun, it's really kind of breathable for a sweater. And yeah, really, really good find, but if I didn't check the label, I may have actually passed her up. Here's another really great find that I want to share with you guys, but I almost passed her up. I realized, like, I was at the register and I saw it from afar and I'm like, it's kind of cute. I really like the color. It's like a dusty kind of pink color, really, really cute. And then I noticed that the tag was the same tag for the half off day. And so I was like, it's probably worth a shot. Let me go look at it. So I went over to the rack. I started to look at it. It's really, really soft. It doesn't have the care label up on top, right? And I didn't recognize the brand, but something told me to check this care label. So I'm gonna open it up. Care label is right in the side seam right over here. And so as I start reading, it says, made in Italy. Right then and there, I was like, okay, what's up? Made in Italy, 100% cotton. Usually you're not gonna find things like that, right? So 100% cotton, made in Italy, amazing. Those are two pieces of information that made me, you know, want to purchase this and want to have this in my closet, because not only is it all a natural fiber, right, 100%, it is so soft because of that, and it's not hot or heavy if it had like wool or some synthetics in there, and it was made in Italy, so it must be pretty like chic and very nice. So very exciting. But this was a really great purchase, and if I wouldn't have checked the tag, I probably would have just finished my purchase and rolled out. So I'm excited that I get to share some of this information with you, because I think if you thrift, if you love to, you know, find pieces to add to your own wardrobe, or maybe if you're a person who is, you know, reselling, checking tags could be major for you, because now you could price this a little bit higher, knowing, not crazy high obviously, but like you can utilize the fact that it is 100% cotton, it was made in Italy, it's better quality, it's going to last longer, and it won't, you know, sit in a landfill if somebody does end up tossing it for hundreds and hundreds of years. So it's just something to think about if you're reselling, for sure. But if you're just a thrifter, you definitely want to make sure that you're adding good pieces to your already existing closet. And the only way to find out if they're good and if they're well made and if they, you know, were made out of good stuff is to check that care label. So keep on checking your care label, keep on thrifting, and thanks for watching.